Merchant Banaza is transported away to the kingdom of Clear Road to be the hero. Both he and the blonde hero, another man summoned simultaneously, are assessed. Whilst everyone is fascinated over the hero's high stats, Banaza has low stats and seemingly no divine ability. He also cannot return home as the ritual is the only way to go back. To get rid of him, the king sends Banaza to the Delaveza forest near the Demon Lord's territory. Whilst trying to figure out his abilities, Banaza kills a slime and levels up to get infinite power, making him very powerful. And after accidentally casting the high-level purification magic over the entire forest, he alters his appearance and teleports back to the city to join the Adventurers Guild under the name Flio. He offers to help a young girl get to the forest using his teleport magic, unaware that such ability is rare. 4 female knights join them to witness his magic after being skeptical. And when they arrive, the knights attack the girl, who they suspect is a Dark Army spy. The girl confirms this by transforming into a Fenrir and attacking them. Seeing the girls greatly outmatched, Flio teleports them away and uses gravity magic to force the Fenrir to surrender. She then reverts to an older human form, identifying herself as a Fenris and attaches herself to him, calling him Master. But he gets her to call him Darling instead by claiming they are married, as her tribe's rule is to submit to the strongest. Meanwhile, the blonde hero is revealed to be a showboat and coward after getting many soldiers killed by psycho bears. But the king is still nevertheless supportive of him. Flio and Rice buy a house and soon rescue the same 4 girls from earlier, who are struggling against psycho bears. They manage to tame the surviving psycho bear and turn it into a rabbit-like creature, and the 4 girls introduce themselves as Balirosa, Blossom, Balano and Bilary, and request for him to help train them and for them to stay at his house for the time being. He agrees and introduces Rice as his wife, so to calm her rage. Meanwhile, the Dark Lord learns of Flio's actions and sends his minion Ulamenus to capture him. Flio begins to train the knights as they struggle to defeat simple monsters, while Rice secretly begins taking cooking classes after being introduced to cooked foods instead of raw. She also becomes wary and protective after realizing that the girls are trying to get closer to Flio by feigning injury. The king and hero learn of Flio's talents of defeating monsters and summon him to join the battle, but he refuses as he doesn't want to fight. He later starts a farm and has the girls help with his work, and Rise later catches Ulamenus snooping. Over tea, she tries to recruit Flio, who unwittingly reveals that he cast the purification magic over the forest, which resulted in the destruction of hordes of dark soldiers, including Rice's brother Fengaril. They later tell the girls the truth about themselves, and Ulamenus challenges Flio, but loses. She returns with an army of dragons, intending to force Flio to join them, but he defeats them all in one move, forcing her to retreat. The Dark Lord then decides to visit Flio himself, as both the Dark Lord Gol and the king are wary of Flio's refusal to join their war, each believing he serves the other. Though Princess Elizabeth, the king's daughter, wants to talk to him, her father denies her request and sends the blonde hero to force Flio into joining his army. Gol decides to visit Rice using the name Gozal, though he is instantly called out. Flio is undeterred by his power and explains that he is refusing to fight for either side, so Gozal takes a liking to him and begins visiting the house daily. The hero brings an army to force Flio to join the war, but despite this threat, he still declines. The girls defect from the kingdom's forces to stand by Reese and Flio, who teleports everything far away. Gol arrives and, after realizing that Flio's gone, orders his army to attack the heroes, forcing him to retreat. Having relocated to the west, Flio decides to become a merchant, selling items made of the monsters he defeated. Gol's army begins charging its way from the northern forest to the kingdom, and the blonde hero is unwilling to join the fight and has locked himself in his room following his failed attempt to force Flio to join the war. The royal mages cast a purification defense barrier to slow Gol's army down. However, it results in them all becoming comatose, including the king, putting Elizabeth in charge. Her first order being to banish the hero for his incompetence, but his slave Tsuya accompanies him, as she still is loyal to him. He is guided into breaking the seal on a powerful djinn who slaughters innocents to grant wishes by drawing a sword, and orders her to kill Flio. The djinn then places sacrificing collars on the necks of everyone in the castle that will eventually cut off their heads once her wish is fulfilled, intending to use their deaths as payment for her wishes. Elizabeth is then advised to search for the true hero, who is identified as Flio. Meanwhile, he goes on a date with Rice and is confronted by Haya, the djinn that the hero freed. She gravely injures Rice, but her next attack does not hurt Flio. He cannot heal Rice with his magic and swears to make Haya pay so. In a feat of uncontrollable rage, he mercilessly beats Haya whilst cancelling her magic with his infinite power levels, rendering her defenseless. His new magic also heals Rice by time manipulation, and she is infatuated by how ruthlessly Flio is fighting, until she remembers that she fell in love with him because of his kindness and refusal to kill. Stopping him from killing Haya and regaining his senses, her defeat causes the sacrificing collars to disappear. After Haya recovers, Rice decides to invite her to live with Flio, and she accepts. Whilst Princess Elizabeth, now acting queen, travels west in search of Flio and the blonde, Hero learns of Haya's failure and unwittingly frees the soul of a dark princess of magic named Damilinus, who transforms him into a monster while Tsuya is possessed and used as a vessel. During the night, Flio confesses to Rice that he can't live without her and asks her to get married for real, which she accepts. Elizabeth continues her search for Flio while the 4 female soldiers manage to tame a unicorn-like monster. Damilinus and the transformed blonde hero launch an attack on Elizabeth, which alerts Flio, and Haya explains that by freeing her, the seal on Damilinus' soul was also broken. Under orders from Flio, Haya engages Damilinus and the transformed blonde hero, eventually defeating her before extracting and eating her soul, turning the blonde hero and Tsuya back to normal. Elizabeth finally meets Flio and requests him to come to the castle, but he declines as he wants to live a private, peaceful life and does not wish to fight. However, he does give her a large amount of money to help restore her kingdom, while the blonde hero and Tsuya are arrested and scheduled to be executed. Balarosa suffers from nightmares of her marrying the Dark One. Flio learns that an intruder has gotten into the city. Meanwhile, Elizabeth learns that Banaza and Flio are the same person. She later discovers that the hero and Tsuya have escaped and orders the soldiers to hunt them down. The hero reveals that he stole a bag of money that he considers as payment for his work, but it does not contain money, only a magical shovel, which they use to escape the guards by digging a deep hole. But they struggle to get out of it due to them digging too deep. Gol and Uliminas continue their search for Flio, while also continuing their war against humans. Gol later reunites with Flio and decides to get to know humans more, and Balarosa begins to develop feelings for Gol. Meanwhile, Uigard, Gol's brother, is dissatisfied with his brother's actions and, not wanting to include a human in their army, decides to become the new Dark One and eliminate Flio. Rice's cooking skills are improving, and Elizabeth apologizes to Flio, calling him Banaza for his earlier mistreatment by her father. She also requests his help in protecting the towns from the Dark Army and says that the king will awaken soon and may again try to force Flio to join the war. However, she intends to take over by making him step down. Meanwhile, the hero and Tsuya escape the hole, but they are eventually captured by Fufun, Uigard's subordinate. Flio agrees to help Elizabeth, bringing Rice along. He defends a village from the Dark Army. Soldiers are confused seeing a Fenris helping a human, but Flio and Rice defeat them, demanding that they retreat, as he wants peace between the humans and demons. Gol learns that Uigard has taken the throne and intends to perform a ritual that will summon an evil god using the hero and Tsuya as sacrifices. He races back to the castle to put a stop to his brother. When they return to the castle to confront him, the Infernal Four visit Uigard along with Uliminus, who opposes the idea of him becoming the new king, but unsuccessfully tries to stop him. She is saved by Gol, and Uigard is dissatisfied with his ways of handling the Dark Army. To his surprise, Gol willingly resigns and allows his brother to take the throne. Uigard takes this as a joke and tries to attack him, but is knocked away. He and Uliminus request to stay at Flio's place, and he agrees. Although Gol is able to fit in, Balarossa does not feel comfortable with this at all. But Flio and Rhys manage to reason with her, and she finally accepts Gol as their new housemate. Meanwhile, the hero and Tsuya have escaped Uigard's clutches, who tries to figure out a way to defeat the human army, who has the advantage over them. Flio and Rhys decide to take a trip to the hot springs with everyone. However, Uigard and Fufun also attend the hot springs with the intention to boost morale with people. Curious about reproduction, Haya visits Damilinus, who is now trapped in her pocket dimension, but is quickly kicked out. The group all attend separate baths, where the hero and Tsuya also arrive at the hot springs with the intention to sell a diamond that they stole, but it transforms them into a monster that attacks the springs. Flio's group believe that Uigard is behind it, and as they fight the monster, Gol faces his brother. As Gol and Uigard fight, Rhys kills the monster, freeing the hero and Tsuya. Uliminus faces Fufun and the Infernal Four, while the resort owners use emergency magic to restrain Uigard and his minions before teleporting them away. As Flio and his friends make repairs to the resort, the hero and Tsuya run from the angry owners, but are launched by a geyser after trying to dig their way out using the magic shovel. The owners express gratitude for Flio and his friends for their help. Gol establishes a firm relationship with Flio, hoping that he can make peace between humans and demons. At dinner, Balarossa confesses her feelings for Gol, making Uliminus jealous. That night, Rhys and Flio express their love for each other, and the next day, the group returns home. Meanwhile, Elizabeth becomes the kingdom's new ruler and learns that her father has escaped after awakening while the hero is still being hunted, and vows to continue his attempt to be recognized as a hero. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and hit the subscribe button. Also, check out my anime merch store and unlock some of the other recap shows by going to my Ko-Fi page. Link will be in the description.